Hello and welcome to Americans Learn. My name is Lauren and today I am going to be looking at EPICA. Specifically, I'm going to be looking at Stabat Mater Dolorosa with Floor Jansen. I'm excited for this. I have been told to check out the band EPICA by at least 15 20 people. A lot of people suggested EPICA on one of my last Nightwish videos. People saying that because I asked for a band that was similar, and so many people suggested EPICA. So here I am looking at EPICA. This was actually the song itself was suggested to me by one of those people. So they're like, "Hey, look, listen to this." I'm sorry, I don't remember who, but if it was you, this is your fault. And thank you for the suggestion. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I have Floor blows me away. So in this one, I've heard that I'm gonna get to hear some of her lower notes. So I'm excited to see how that goes because I've heard some of her sort of throatier metal stuff, and I've heard her beautiful, crisp, clear, fluty high notes. So I'm excited to hear where she's at in a lower register with her chest. And I'm excited to check out EPICA, and I'll potentially go down an EPICA rabbit hole as well, because that is how I tend to do things. So if there's any other EPICA songs that you want me to listen to, you can absolutely tell me in the comments below. But without any further ado, let's go.
Thank you very much, everybody. I would like to invite a special guest on stage with me.
Oh, her hair is gorgeous.
Floor Jansen, give it up for Floor! Thank you. Ooh, look at that.
It's very interesting to me that they have a pit. I really wasn't expecting a full orchestra here. And a chorus, too. take a breath there. How is that fair? And I'll be going back and like listening through parts of this again because the harmonies are killing me. Aw, cute.
Dankjewel, Floortje!
That was adorable.
Thank you. Dankjewel. Prachtig.
I wasn't expecting an orchestra. All right. I will say that this part, I got really distracted by the lights on the sheet music here on the score. And I was just, I did get a little distracted in this part because as soon as I saw this, I'm like, have they been dealing with this the whole time? And how has nobody, like, fully lost their place? Like, I would be, wait, what? There's too many things happening. The lights are going in a motion, then they're creeping across the page. It's a lot. That might just be for me. All right. Because that was absolutely stunning. And I know I paused like once or twice. I shouldn't have, but I did. But I mean, like, I don't know this song, obviously. And seems like it's a cover of like some old church song as well. So I don't want to like get too into like the musical story of the instruments and stuff. But because the only word on this I know is Dolorosa, which means something about pain. It is a really nice intro though. Like this compilation like is really, really nice. Do you know if the compilation itself was part of the original, like how long, like if this part is created by EPICA? Because if this is created by EPICA, it is absolutely gorgeous. And if it wasn't, it's still nice, and I would like to know who put it together. And who's the composer on it? Like, that's just beautiful. Like, stop. Like, right off the bat. And like this, like, I don't know, it's just absolutely, it's lovely. Like those, because they still feel full. Like it doesn't feel like it's low, but it doesn't feel even like it's close of being out of her range. And it doesn't feel low in like the same way that like like on Broadway you got the female singers singing low. It still feels very operatic. Which is interesting. It's always interesting when I do hear like sort of an operatic lower note. It just feels, I don't know, especially with like recent Broadway stuff, things get a little poppy. This feels a lot more classic, and it feels a lot more controlled, and it feels a lot more mature as well, which is, and again, I haven't heard her do too many low stuff like this, which is why it's fascinating for me. Your turn. And she also has Simone, I think is her name. I think that's what I was told. Also, first of all, I am insanely jealous of her hair. I want it for my own. But also, just like she floats down those notes pretty easily too. And like a very sweet sort of voice. Because I mean, I've heard Floor do a lot of like high notes and stuff, and I don't know if, like, I haven't heard her do sweet really. But like Simone, I could see playing like an ingenue type. And Floor, I don't know if I would necessarily put her as an ingenue if I was doing like a casting call. Um, but you know, like that. It's an interesting duality, and like their tones are so different, but they mesh together really, really well. And they hand it off to like to each other nicely as well. Like it's so seamless. She stops and Floor picks it up. Like, I mean, I don't even have anything to like say. It's just absolutely stunning. And I adore the way that their voices work together. Like, you can have two really good singers who cannot duet. Like, it happens all the time. I've been in shows where like they did the casting and they didn't it was like a crappy production, but like it's like they didn't have the two leads sing their like duet and sort of like a callback together. So it was just like both of them sounded good individually, but when you put them together, it was just like ugh, like that does not sound right. And this was like a really crappy production, so they didn't, you know, try and recast or anything, but or like they should have tested it out. The point being, you can have two really good singers that don't sound good together, but those two sound absolutely stunning. See, there it is. That was the thing I think I said earlier. It's like I didn't even hear her take a breath, and that is partly because those two I heard it that time because I was looking out for it. But like they blend together so well, and since they're not taking breaths at the same time, it covers really, really nicely. Actually, that was where I heard earlier. Where I was like, I thought, oh, she didn't even take a breath. Again, because I was looking, I did hear it that time, but like, but what I said before still tracks. It's they blend together so well, and and they time their breaths so well that like you can't hear it. It's like, which is what obviously, I mean, I know I shouldn't be super stunned by that. That's what you're supposed to do, and they are both professionals. But it was like, oh, that was a long note for them to hold. And then it turns out, it's like, wait a minute, okay. I hear it this time because I'm paying attention, and I'm like paying attention to their diaphragms. I'm just seeing, it's like, did their stomachs move? You know, because they're not breathing with their shoulders because they know what they're doing. It does make it harder to see when they're breathing. But like that was so lovely. It's just so pretty. Like, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm not gonna finish up with the music again because I have seen that, and I wanted to go back and listen to some of the lyrics. Not well. I mean, I wasn't understanding the lyrics, obviously, um, but it was so pretty. That really was nice. I really wasn't sure what to expect with Epica, so I'm gonna have to check it out again. Um, with like because I would like to hear some more Epica. Um, I'm also looking down at this list now, and other things that are popping up are things like um, Nightwish the Islander, which I do remember someone saying I should watch. There's also Epica Sancta Terra. Featuring Flor Jansen again. So that might be another thing to look at some point. If you want to see more stuff like this, please let me know. I would absolutely love to get more involved. Like with this band, with this type of music in general. This sounds gorgeous. Thank you for everyone who suggested I listen to Epica. If there's like another specific song that you would like me to hear, please let me know. And I would absolutely love to give it a listen to. I am kind of floored. Not, no pun intended. But I am. I was blown away. So thank you so much. Make sure you give this video a like. I hope you liked it. And subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We also have 2 other channels. We've got Chicago Reacts and Chicago Reacts Anime. Both of those things should be in the description below. If you want to join our Discord, the link for that is also in the description block. So thank you so very much. Take a shot every time I say thank you because this is getting ridiculous. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.